Once again, welcome to our channel Teacher A Reviews. We'll be continuing our last part, our module 3A.3 in the LDM course for teacher. This would be the sample answers that I will be providing you. This can serve as your guidepost and your reference in answering your activities and making your study notebook for your reflection. Now let's start. The coverage for the module 3A.3, guiding and monitoring learners in the different LDMs. On your activity 1, you just need to answer this matching type. You match column A to column B with the corresponding descriptions. That would be easy, I guess. There are only 4 items here. Okay. To continue, on your activity 2, please see sample weekly home learning plans. Upon downloading the LDM module 2, you can actually have a sample weekly home learning plans as your guide. Now, read items 7 to 11 of the Appendix D of DepEd Memorandum DMCI 2020-00162. Now, your task for this part would be, after reading the guidelines on creating ILMP, copy and fill out the table below in your study notebook to see how the ILMP differs from WHLP. Now, we have here the purpose. On the next column, we have the weekly home learning plan and the individual learning plan on the succeeding column. You will just be stating what is the purpose of WHLP and the purpose of individual learning monitoring plan. After stating the purpose, let's now proceed to for whom. Who will be the recipient of the content for the weekly and for the individual. And we also have here the components of WHLP and the components, of course, of the individual learning monitoring plan. Okay. Now, we also have here has to be communicated to parents. Then you will be answering it on the following column. Now, let's continue. You can pause the video, by the way, if you want to double check the responses. Now, after that, we also have the activity 4. Assume that after going through the output submitted by your learners, one of them has problems completing the learning task for the first 2 weeks. Think of a possible difficulty the learner may have encountered in accomplishing the learning task. Apply what have you learned about ILMPs in activity 3 and create an ILMP for that particular learner who lags behind. Read and use the individual learning monitoring plan template. Consider the components of ILMP that were described in the activity 3. Now, in this sample individual learning monitoring plan, let us try to anticipate if we have a student who lags behind during the new normal teaching. Now, you just need to write the name of the individual, the student, like Luffy the monkey, and the grade level. Now, we have here the column learning area. We also have learner's needs. We also have the intervention strategies provided, the monitoring date. Learner status is subdivided into insignificant progress, the significant progress, and the mastery. Now, for Filipino, you just need to think what would be the learner's need, like reading span for lengthy passages, and what would be your intervention for that. Another one, I guess for elementary teachers, usually their problem would be reading. For English, if it is comprehension level, what would be your strategies or intervention that you can present? And of course, you state the monitoring date. For math, you can also have you may also have problems here that you possibly encountered. And for science, there are also stated problem here like visual valuing in scientific context, and I also put some interventions that can address the gap. And for Araling Panlipunan, for ESP, I put it's a satisfactory. and for TLE and MAPE, of course, if you find any problem for that particular part. Okay, let's go back. If you want to glance it more, you can pause the video so that you can check out the interventions that I use. If they possibly suit your intervention as well, that's good. Now, always see to it that you have read DepEd Memorandum DMCI 2020-00162. Now, that's the end of our presentation of the responses or possible answer in Module 3A.3, or guiding the monitoring learners in the different LDMs. Please, teachers and aspiring teachers, please do subscribe to our channel so that you will be notified on the event in the new normal teaching, English lessons, online job, campus journalism, and other reviews that is very necessary during this time. Happy learning, everyone. God bless us all. Sulong edukalidad.